So I was speaking last night to a young women in business community, and it was a great event, and I was really happy to be there, and the other guests were fantastic too. So it was really fun to be there, and I took some notes for myself. But I had a thought. I was speaking last night about the power of the present moment and how that's truly the only moment where we can do anything to affect our lives. And I was thinking about the people that were there last night, and I just thought of this analogy or this example. So for everybody there that night, last night, they made a choice a few days ago to buy a ticket for the event, right? And they could have bought a bottle of wine, I think, for about the price of the ticket, but instead they chose to come to the event. So they made a great choice a few days ago. And then it was Thursday and they were getting off work, and I'm sure some of them were just exhausted, and they thought to themselves, should I go to the event? Maybe I'll skip it. Maybe I'll go home and watch Netflix. So at that moment, they had a choice. And if they didn't show up to the event, that act of buying a ticket for themselves a few days ago no longer has any value. And so they might feel like they were doing something good for themselves, but it had zero value in their lives because they weren't following through with it. And then they choose to come to the event, which is great, and they all showed up, awesome. And then while they're there, they also have a choice, right? They have the choice to pay attention and take notes and think about what they're hearing and really try to take in as much as they can. Or it's easy to get distracted at events like that, right? Where you end up thinking about something somebody said to you earlier today, or something that's happening tomorrow, or you're flipping through your phone, whether it's Instagram or email or news or whatever. And your mind is off wandering in the past and the future, and you're not present at the event. And if that's the case, that act of showing up that you made earlier, the decision to show up earlier today no longer has value. The fact that you bought a ticket no longer has value because you're not capturing the value in the present moment. That is your only moment to capture and create value for yourself. The same thing will be true for them today, the day after the event. They'll have some spare time, and they could spend that flipping through Instagram or distracting themselves with something else, whatever it is. Or they could choose to take that time to look back at their notes or reflect on what they heard, think about how they're going to apply anything that they learned last night into their lives, whether they sign up for the Nature of Work program, whether they reach out to one of the other speakers and ask for more advice, whether they just take some of the great tips that were given last night and apply them into their lives. And if today the guests of last night don't do anything about what they learned, they don't apply it into their lives, once again, the value of them being at the event, choosing to come, buying the ticket, no longer has value, because information is not really valuable unless you apply it, unless it becomes knowledge through experience. So I just wanted to share that with you.